So I thought I'd give a little talk on why people don't wake up. And it's pretty simple. It's lack of totality. You see, in any endeavour in life that we attempt, what rules the day is our degree of totality. Whether it's business, sport, music, or higher consciousness. Totality rules. The deal for enlightenment is everything for truth and nothing for you. There is no other deal. Anything you hang on to for yourself will draw you back into ego-based reality. Because what wants to hang on is the ego. And so you can raise your consciousness levels to a degree where you don't suffer anymore. But enlightenment is a totally different game. I pretty much had my consciousness levels raised to where I didn't suffer anymore for about 20 years before awakening, because I could see very clearly that we create our reality by the way we think. And I wasn't into creating a reality where I suffered. As you become more conscious, you see the consequences of everything you say and everything you do and everything you think. And if you can see it all, and you know that you create your own misery or your own joy, you don't choose to pick misery as a way of living. And so I haven't picked misery for an awful long time, probably about 45 years. I'm not into suffering, and I've been trying to help people out of suffering for about that amount of time. What rules is totality? If you put your efforts into raising your consciousness levels and you're nearly total, you'll probably succeed in at least that. But for enlightenment, everything for truth and nothing for you is the only deal in town. That level of totality. And so people flip-flop. They get to a high level and they start experiencing themselves as truth, as the space, and then they keep falling back because there's something they haven't surrendered. There's something they haven't let go of yet. Their totality isn't total. It's partial. People who are total in whatever they do are relatively hard to get along with, because whatever they're into, they put that first, always, no matter what. And so when I was into business, I put business first. And as a result, I won, and as a result, I retired when I was about 28. Because the totality that I put into business ruled the day. Now, at the same time that I was into business, I was also into raising my consciousness levels, because I could see clearly that raised consciousness levels leads to success and lower consciousness leads to failure. And so it's up to you what you put your totality into. Totality rules. It's the part of the recipe for success that is an absolute must. And it's up to you. Only you can put the totality in. No one can do it for you. I had some of the best teachers in the world, but they couldn't do it for me. I had to do it myself. So you have a look at where you are on the consciousness level. How high are your consciousness levels? If you're still suffering, it's because somewhere you haven't been total. Somewhere you just haven't been total, you've been partial. People who are negative thinkers create nothing but misery for themselves. I could see that clearly, since I was a teenager. And I'm not suggesting that you be a positive thinker. I'm just suggesting that you never be a negative thinker. Because I want to see you win. And I've been trying to help people with this understanding since I can remember. But people don't want to hear. Mostly because they're arrogant and they think they already know. A really big way to be a loser. A true seeker develops a mind that doesn't know. A mind that questions everything. Asks the question, show me. The mind that says, I already know, is closed. The arrogance rules it out of success. So this idea or this understanding of developing a beginner's mind is essential for the seeker and for success as a seeker. But when I really look back on it, I've had a beginner's mind since I can remember. I always had teachers. Before I was into spirituality, I was into business. I had mentors from a very young age. And I listened to them. I didn't arrogantly think, I know. I asked the questions, show me. Unfortunately, when we went to school, we were rewarded for knowing, getting the answers right. And so somewhere inside, people developed this I know. And it's in the way for the seeker. I don't know is the correct way to be. This is the beginner's mind. So when we talk about totality, developing a beginner's mind is also a totality. It's a quest for the totality of being a questioner rather than a knower. Someone who thinks they know are lost. And as far as teachers are concerned, they're interested in the willing, not the ones who think they know. And so the ones who think they know don't usually get much credence. The teachers for the beginners, the ones who have the beginner's mind, the ones that question, the ones that want to know, because they have a chance. The ones who already think they know are lost. To this day, I have a beginner's mind. I just don't know. And I love that because it leaves me open to the universe to show me all sorts of new things all the time. And it's up to you. Totality rules. Beginner's mind rules. Up to you. This is your quest for higher consciousness. This is your quest for enlightenment. The ball is really, literally in your court. If you're a negative thinker, change it. It doesn't work. It just creates suffering for you, and unfortunately you'll share that with the people that you love.